Zijn wij zover?
Nie, let me put this in order.
We continue. The city has its secrets, but the caves have older ones. So the last session began with Reinhold blasting an energy beam at this lizard folk that was completely losing it. And a battle erupted in the cave, eventually to the point that the lizard folk salt, as Brandon recognized it, grew too big and bumped his head against the cave, causing it to slowly start to collapse. Brandon eventually lured Salt to follow after it, while Reinhold and Brandon got separated. Reinhold was like, I'm getting out of here, dove into the water and got out. But Brandon got trapped. At some point, Brandon was cornered and got smacked to the ground by Brandon and the environment. And it got a bit too close. Brigitte, without even thinking, she just and just started smashing the rocks away, and actually did manage to get to Brandon. Although it was Reinhold who shoved the potion down his throat and made sure that he actually kept standing. All of you managed to get out of the cave, but the necklace that Salt was wearing... First, Reinhold tried to mage hand it, but that didn't work. Brigitte then at some point grabbed it by force and yanked and threw it away, but there was this connection still. At some point, Reinhold managed to, whatever arcane resistance that necklace had, overcame it and flung it further away. But unfortunately, it remained in the cave, and then the cave collapsed. So, it's gone now. When you were on the beach, guards showed up, confirmed the story, and eventually dismissed you and sent you back to the city. There you split up for some time because, well, Brigitte suggested, well, you should probably go bring those mushrooms back. And you did. You brought the mushrooms to Sonia, who was very concerned what happened. And then you split up, made a visit to the temple, overheard a dwarf, and listened in to that dwarf sharing something about unfair treatment, something about preferential treatment, and about a sister that seems to be forgotten. Brigitte had to take Salt and Pepper back to the hideout. In the hideout, you met with Beastie, Sloane, and Wilt. Wilt can apparently speak the language of the lizard folk. Aquan, a watery subversion of elemental. And, well, it's gonna probably take some time for Salt to wake up. But they're both fine. Sloane helped patch Brandon up. But let's not forget that Brigitte said something to Brandon that may have caused a shift in his feelings. Because she did say, you did not see me transform, and it wasn't a question. Although Brigitte felt bad, and she did apologize. She meant it sincerely, and she even helped him to heal him up a bit through her connection with Yggdrasil. And you did help him. But, well, there's a big gash in his glasses. I don't think Brigitte is able to fix that. It's a bit unfortunate. But there was also a vision of, like, a tree with this huge green gemstone. That something resonated about that to Brigitte, but she couldn't place it. And eventually you had to go meet with Cyan, Meadowthorn at the assessor's office because, well, that whole incident, and you were pretty disrespectful, and he even threatened to throw you in jail, and you managed to talk your way out of that again. But, yeah, maybe don't do that again, because then you will be thrown into jail for 5 days without any trial or discussion, just for the sake of an investigation. But you also picked up that at the moment that some wolf folk came barging in, that they said, "This is my office." That is someone from the city. He does not agree with whatever these new guards, are doing. Especially not what this Herskowitz mayor is doing. So, take that under account. Reinhold also made a visit to Landromatis. Landro, a very intricately looking... what? But he actually was like, "Hello, welcome to my shop," and all these silver kobolds running around. You even got a tour, and you saw a very strange interaction with a huge buff man and a hortling woman. Very odd interaction, but, well, this city, as in Reinald's words, is filled with weird people. And eventually, both of you had earlier agreed to meet up at the Barnacled Barrel at dusk. And that is where we pick up, as you both are going to roll me a d20 who arrives first for a meeting at dusk.
Nat 20.
15.
Well, that makes sense. Reinald, it's at dusk. You are arriving at the Ambassador's Pier. What do you do?
The sweet smell of rotting fish. Why did they even come to this town? Oh well. Oh yeah, I would be coming from that direction probably. Let's see. Barnacled Barrel. Dusk. Yeah. It's dusk. So, I had to make my way over there then. As Reinald starts walking into the direction of the front door of the Barnacled Barrel.
Mm-hmm. As you step in, roll me 2 d10s.
Oh, that's fun.
Barnacle Barrel. Dusk. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he didn't really make any other agreement with you. That's a 10 and an 8. Or a 0 and an 8 if you want to.
10 and an 8. Good. Sitting at one table with the 3 of them, and sitting at the bar.
Oh, look who's it.
Of course, there are other guests, but not relevant.
Is it a fancy enough establishment that there's like waiting staff to direct you to your...
No,
Yeah.
not that. It is a bit more fancier than the other side of the town, especially compared to that Scaffold District place. This is kind of maintained for the sake of having a proper tavern for, well, the rich captains and the richer people that arrive. But it
Yeah.
still has a bit of that
Just a pub-like thing.
pub-like vibe, but it's more fake. It's more for the sake of having it on this side. Otherwise, they would go over there and probably get into trouble. Because, well, this is the nice side of the town. What do you do when you step in?
I think Reinald would quickly look and see if he sees a Brigitte already, but that's a no.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes a few steps forward. He looks at those booths.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that they're both empty right now.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a walk over to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably an innkeeper.
Behind is standing a bit more gruffer, older deer folk. Can I get you anything?
Good afternoon. Good evening already, I would say. I'll have just an ale, and I'll be meeting a friend of mine later. I'm gonna go in one of those booths and we'll probably order some food. But just to let you know.
First comes, first serve, so make sure to sit there. The other booth is filled with other guests, but that one conveniently was free. At the moment that your voice speaks loud to the barman, you see that Irvin looks into your direction, currently holding a big glass of whiskey, twirling it a bit, and like...
I'd make
nods.
eye contact and nod in a friendly way, but Reinald's like, I'm not sure when she's arriving, so I'm just gonna grab my drink, head over to the booth. But I do acknowledge him in a friendly way. Hi! No, more like a, gruff and more like a... So, as he asked for an ale, I presume he gets...
After 20 seconds, you get the ale, and you also get like a menu.
Oh. I'll look into it. Thanks.
You're so gonna get yourself killed one day by your words.
As I have a menu.
That was above game.
Yeah, but one day you will say it's not above game and you'll get...
What's with all these poor people here? Shank!
Exactly.
Well, this is the richer side.
Yeah, so they would take offense, but they would like, hey, I don't like that. I will send a strongly worded letter. And I'll send my ruffian crew after you to beat you up and throw you in the ocean. As Reinald makes his way to the booth, plops himself down. His ale. And takes a look at the menu.
Why don't you roll me 3 d20s for the 3 things that currently then stand out to you?
We have a 7.
Oh, hold on. So first a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Then a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then a 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's the slow counting. It's the pet looking at me. It is. I am haunted by 2 numbers.
And then roll me 1 more d20 from the other direction.
3. Going to use these for any combat situation or checks.
No, I'm just happy that it was a 3, not a
6.
or a 7.
All right. So, a few things stand out to you, Ronald. So, first of all, at some point you apparently got a mostly drink menu, but here there is tapas also on it. And the first one of the drinks that kind of stands out to you is, it has a little image of it, and it's colored in green with like ice. It is called Alluralith. It's, Alluralith. It is made out of grapes that grow underground with flavors of successful romance, with honey and cucumber that will enchant and give you a supernatural confidence. At least that is what is believed, if you ask the foxfolk.
It does sound surprisingly an interesting and tasty combination, though. So.
Yeah, but it sounds like those chocolates that you use for, but then in liquid form.
It's just something to boost your spirits, so that you may penetrate your goals with righteous passion.
The second drink is called the Delayed Fireball. It refers to a very intricate and powerful wizard whose name has lost to time. It's a spiced bourbon with spicy pepper flakes from a lethally delicious combination that goes down easy but then gives a very strong kick in the night. It has cinnamon in it, brown sugar, and red pepper flakes.
Also sounds quite good. Besides the kick in the middle of the night, but it does sound quite good.
The third drink is more akin to the first one when Reinald was looking through the menu and like seeing that drink. Then the second drink is a bit more of an original, more like cocktail. It was called a roll rum. With mint leaves and bits of sprig in it, and much more akin to a more casual drink, but yet slightly fancy, as it is imported from Stormglen. And fitting sets of like food is a charcuterie, which is more of like a combination of all kinds of different, kind of combination of all bits and bobs with cantaloupe skinned and thinly sliced, and I can't pronounce this, but it's like this.
Oh, a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Yes.
Nice. Fancy. You're really trying to upsell this place.
I was not prepared for that. But please, continue.
Why, Reinhold? Not Reinhold. I only joked that you were an alcoholic. Stop looking at only the drinks.
So 3 lovely drinks and a lovely plate with all kinds of different bits and bobs. What do you order? Or do you look further onto the menu?
Well, I presume that it also has, like, ordinary steaks, like things like a steak or a catch of the day.
Yeah, probably.
But I think Reinhold would be interested in, getting the charcuterie board.
Sure.
Probably just for himself.
Not for Brigitte.
Get her one as well.
As you've been looking at this menu for a few minutes and no Brigitte yet.
I wonder if she would not show up. But she seems like a person who keeps their word. Most of these people seem pretty... like, if you make a deal, you hold yourself to the deal.
After a while, one of the female servants of this tavern moves up to you, younger dear folk woman, is like, "Can I get you anything?"
Oh, well, I'm still waiting for my company, but I'll have the charcuterie board and, just as a snack, I suppose. One of those azurite drinks.
A lurelite.
A lurelite drink, yes.
Of course. Not a problem. Anything for your date as well?
I'm not sure when she's arriving. Nothing yet. If we would get her an ale, it would be flat by the time she's here.
Okay, no problem. As you're sitting in a little booth, as when she leaves with writing it down, she starts to like open up the little curtains that it has, as in the intent to give you some privacy. Because when she said your date and you responded with she probably made an assumption.
Oh, I don't think we need that kind of privacy. Thank you.
Oh, I apologize. As she then quickly...
It's fine. I get that a lot, but...
Okay. As she then drops it halfway through and then wanders away.
I love Reinhold.
That could have gone better. Well.
Oh. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. 5 minutes.
I think Reinhold just starts scribbling in his book absent-mindedly about what he's been through for the past days.
A date at dusk? With writing? Who would have imagined?
Hey,
What?
who says I'm a romantic?
Well, I know you're a romantic.
The day I brought him those flowers, he was really happy.
Although, between the two of you, I think that Angus is more the romantic.
Well, I can't help it. I'm just a little bit more practical.
True. True, very true.
You think she's gonna show up?
I don't know. How should I know?
Have you never heard of hypotheticals?
Hypotheticals. Hypotheticals. It's always so hypothetical. I would always say, just go with the flow.
That's kind of your vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Lots happened even in the past. What was it? Day and a half?
Yeah. No, I think your drink is coming. As then the same waitress returns, already places the drink. Would you like your charcuterie already now, or would you still like to wait?
Oh, just place it down. It's fine.
Okay. As
Well,
enjoy a drink.
thanks. It's probably like throbbing. Oh, that's surprisingly light.
Well, it tastes like honey and lemon, so
There's a little kick to it.
Oof.
Works fine on this unusually warm autumn day. Harkening back to the weather.
As Brigitte, you roll me a d10.
Well,
After 1 minute of the dear folk leaving, the charcuterie arrives, places in front of it, and then 5 minutes later, somebody makes her entrance.
stamps the door. Booyah!
Is this how you enter?
No.
You immediately get asked to leave. You're causing a ruckus, ma'am.
Not you.
Ma'am? You're drowning? On land? That shouldn't make jokes, but it's speaking.
That was really only.
As when you step into the bar, when you scan it, you see a deer folk sitting at the bar that stands out a bit out to you. You spot in the distance, in the corner, 3 wolf folk. And when you wander into it, you are immediately a bit tense. Because the one, what happened, is sitting right there. You know what's going on. But that still makes you nervous. And then there in the other corner, there's Reinhold sitting, currently stuffing something into his mouth, an olive. What do you do?
I think I will be looking at the Wolfer group person. Looking at Reinhold, I would just be like, no, he didn't grab something from me yet. I'll most
Give
probably all late.
me a perception check, Brigitte.
Ooh.
16.
Upon a 16, you spot that one of the wolves immediately clocks you and is the one in full armor. And their eyes are immediately upon you. And then you realize they were in the crowd when it happened.
I am just gonna walk to the bar. I I have noticed them, but I'm trying not to look at them too much.
Looks to you, and then looks away, while the red-furred wolf folk made a joke, and Fenric, as you know him, makes like a loud laugh that's a bit overdramatic, and then the armored one faces away from you once more. But they're definitely keeping an eye on you.
No. I'll just make my way to the bar. I think I would look over, hands on the elbows on the bar for a moment, just looking over at Reinhold, see if he noticed me.
Well, does Reinhold notice you?
Like, oh, gestures.
Now I'll just kind of nod and like, oh, I see you, but I'm gonna take something first. And then think after a while, just take my ale.
Yeah. You get your first ale. You get a glance from another deer folk sitting at the bar. And then you join Reinhold?
I'll just do a slight nod just towards that direction. I have no clue who it is, but as a kind gesture. And I'll make my way over to Reinhold, sit opposite of him.
What happened at the table?
Ah,
Immediately awkward noise. So,
good evening.
good evening.
Don't mind me, I was a little peckish, but there's plenty on the board for the two of us.
Sure. What was it again?
There's like it's just one plate of all kinds of things. In the rare occasions that you and Gorak get to this place, in the rare occasions, you need at least 5 plates with the two of you, because you can both. You both are buff and big.
Yeah,
you need to bunker down.
You know what? You look like you need some food in your stomach because well, I will order something for myself because this is not enough.
This is just, the first course. Is that a thing?
Why don't you?
I'll have if you're going, we could sit here and there's a server probably dropping by soon. But if you really are hungry and want to order, I'll have the catch of the day.
Yeah, I'm going. It's kind of like I don't know what to do. I'm just going to the bar.
And Reynolds, like, she's so awkward and don't get why.
What do you want to get? Do you want to make a roll?
Jumping down on that now.
So,
Yes. As a female waitress addresses you, can I get you something? I can also come to your table with your date.
it's not my date. You're too small for me. Come on.
She looks and blinks and doesn't respond to this. She has probably seen Stranger Things.
Anyway, I have a catch of the day, and then I have a plate of potatoes and a steak, and I would like a plate of eggs, hard boiled. I would also like one of the salads. There's one of them that's really good, but you probably know which one I'm talking about. That one. And I also, the catch of the day as well. 2 of them.
Twice?
Yeah. So 3 times in total.
3 times, okay. Your total will come out to, just because you're ordering a lot, be aware of the new tax as well. your total with this would come out to 21 gold. Is that okay?
Holy Jesus. Holy mackerel.
I feel a bit bad, but some of the items that you ordered now have been taxed a bit higher.
Is it the steak?
Well, that's one of the options, yeah. Actually, it's that one salad that is mostly the issue.
Take that salad off right now, Jesus.
Because most vegetables and greenery are getting a higher tax that are coming into the city.
Take the salad off.
Okay.
And I will have a couple more eggs.
Okay. As you then make your way back to Rhino.
Do I already need to pay, or is it just...
No, that can be after.
Oh, that took longer than I would have expected.
Have you noticed how expensive salads are?
Not that much of a salad person. And to be fair, this is the second time I'm even in this establishment.
Yeah, I mean, it's the taxes. It's...
There's like a little bit further, there's a dear folk older couple sitting, and like their waiter is like, here's your bill. What? I had a salad!
I think the salad isn't the most expensive thing. Are they putting gold leaf on it? Gold leaf in a salad.
I mean, it is because of the import of vegetables and fruits. I don't think they're putting gold on it.
No, that's a city thing.
Yeah, it must be a city thing. Gee.
Well, I ordered the fish. I'm sure there are some greens or, potatoes with it, but...
Yeah, I ordered the fish as well.
Oh, good choice.
A fish and a steak and eggs.
2 fish.
2 steaks. Yeah.
That's like half a dozen eggs.
And a large plate of potatoes.
That's gonna take a while. So...
Right. So, you seem to be doing fine. How's your friend?
He's doing... okay, well-ish. He took a beating.
Ugh.
Yeah, he has a large gash on his leg, but...
Well, that might take a while to fully heal.
Yeah. How are you?
Fine-ish. I, got myself cleaned up a little. Took a moment, breather, if you will. So I'm fine.
You can hear in your mind as it's Roka pretending.
Anyway, so I do you want to, talk about light subjects before we get to the clearly tough questions I had earlier when we went our separate ways? I could also start asking questions, but I presume you wouldn't want to answer me just like earlier today.
Question to the both of you. Reinhold, are you wearing your glove?
I would be wearing my glove.
Alright. Brigitte, after your scene with Branded, so when you healed him up, you just left and then came here. You didn't go to your room first or something, right?
No.
Alright. Can both of you on each other make me a perception check?
Oh. I 15 plus 4 is 19.
23.
Creaky. Good grief.
Reinald, when you look at Brigitte, and now that she's finally sitting down and relaxing, you notice that on the side of her head, like where her hairline connects up to like some branches, there is this little bit of like glittery green dust. And you know that color of green because it is the exact same color of something. And Brigitte, when Reinald is talking, he always moves a bit. And while he is now wearing a glove, and the last time that he was here, he wasn't wearing a glove, you see that something is underneath glimmering. It sticks out to you as you recognize it in color from a very long time ago.
Is it also that he's only wearing one glove, or are you wearing two?
I am wearing 2 gloves, though I can imagine that Reinald absentmindedly took his right hand glove off as he was writing something down.
And that's what is happening. As we then shift back.
I mean, we could talk about light stuff, but that's not priority. And I think it's obvious that we have a lot of questions. And I think it's also obvious that we are not seeing each other for the last time.
No.
Because I thought after we saw each other in that warehouse, in that dream, that would be the end of it. But I know your name. I know you. Well, I know you. I've seen you a couple times now, so I assume this won't be the last time. So, what I'm thinking is that we just put everything out on the table.
All right. Is there something you would like to know? Because I have at least probably 37 questions I could ask you.
I don't think this establishment is open for that long, but sure.
Most of my questions can be very quick and short.
Where are you staying?
Shit, man. Just immediately hits me with that. Oh, I need to figure out a way to handle that, because Reinald would not be inclined to immediately tell her where he's staying. So,
Yeah. Brigitte having a notebook out.
where I'm staying? Well, I'm staying in the city, of course. Or do you mean to know the establishment where I'm staying? Is that relevant?
Well, I don't need to know an address, but are you residing in a tavern, or are you with family, or are you?
Oh no, I was mostly traveling alone.
Without your aunt?
What do you mean?
You thought that you were with your aunt,
Yeah.
and you're now saying that you're traveling alone.
Well, through the city. My aunt has her own business, of course. So I am staying with family, but it's not a place I own.
And your aunt, what does she?
Oh, I'm not really sure what she does. She has business with the trading and the warehouses and, boats and stuff.
The
Do you want me to direct myself at you or at the... But why, again, tell me, why do you need to know these kind of things? I mean, I understand you want to know, I guess, whether I'm a pawn of the new mayor, but I don't think that would work out that way.
Manny, don't overplay your hand now.
And get the picture of so shit, what was I gonna ask? I don't know, I forgot.
So where do you live then?
In the city.
Then with the rest of your friends?
Well, some of them live elsewhere. For example, those lizard folk, they live in the ocean.
That makes sense. But where did you take them? Because I don't think I saw a hospital or something like that.
No, I just took them to a friend. We, lizard folk are not that loved in the city, especially these ones that don't speak normally.
Well, they're a bit scary, but
So-
the other one seemed friendly-ish. I think he hissed at me, but that could have also been his tongue. Well, of course it would have been his tongue, but I mean his language.
Yes. I mean,
And who was that poor guy that got, your friend that got injured a lot? I don't think I caught his name.
But he knew yours.
what was your question?
Or what your friend? I didn't catch his name. Where does he? Is he just a friend or a brother or something?
Well, I just met him like a couple days ago. But we're getting to know each other. We're friends.
Seemed very concerned with him.
I mean, wouldn't you be concerned when somebody is collapsing under a rock?
I try to, help. I mean, I I directed it. I don't know what it is, but these humans, but they don't really see well in the dark.
Ed looks to her, who's also human.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But so he didn't see the big hulking lizard man about to smash his head, and I was like, oh no! And I threw some magic at him to get the distraction away.
Why did you come out from the beach then, when you were talking about slinging spells?
Well, you see, the way I saw it was that he was. They were like, it was like a circle, and he was going one way, and I was going the other way, and I thought he would have been able to get out. But when I, got from the beach, I saw that you were slashing into the wall, looking a little bit different. I would almost say scary. And it turns out that he couldn't go through. I didn't know that the cave had collapsed there.
Yeah, I mean, I heard something from the other side, and you going back in, and yeah, I just knew that I had to. I just knew I had to get my hands in there and save the people in there.
I mean, I have kind of clawed things, but you did at that moment as well.
I should wear my hand, just not the one covered in branches, but I mean, I have sharp nails, but I'm,
She definitely looked different.
But I have some more questions because we're not done yet. You have something quite peculiar on your hand.
Oh, this old glove thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's the glove. I'm talking about what's under the glove.
Oh,
I definitely noticed it the
you
first
mean
time.
my arm prosthetic.
Yeah, what happened?
That is a very personal question, but there was an accident when I was younger that cost me my arm.
I'm sorry. But I would have asked it anyway, so.
Well, I understand that it's...
Considering the fact that both of her arms are also a little odd. One is entwined with some kind of plants, and the other one has the same
Reinhold
scars as...
getting to that, but he's trying to be subtle as he takes off his other glove as well. Well, some people would call it gaudy because it's like pretty shiny bronze with the lights.
Because he brought this up, Brigitte, and he's now like kind of like showing it off, and last time he was kind of like more passively, of course, with his arm closer to himself because he was like in the spotlight from this awkward conversation. It kind of glows similarly as, you know, there's this pulse to it.
Do you mind if I just take a look at it? You know? It is very fascinating. Just wanna...
Have you ever studied ancient Nidavelirian magic and technology?
I'm just kind of looking at you like, you would think I'm probably just some
It's
privileged
no.
without any knowledge of the world.
Reinhold assumes you might be a bit worldly, since you have branches growing out of your arm. I mean, please. But this is a pretty relevant, even amongst scholars, it's a relatively niche subject. So it is a relevant question to ask when the potential is that you start pointing your finger in one of the gears or something. You know, it's a sensitive piece of technology. What
I'm not gonna
hope to
put
learn?
my fingers in it or something. I'm just looking at it just to make...
What do you hope to learn? It's unfortunately one of a kind.
Well, I have 2 arms, so I don't know.
That's a good one.
I mean, it's just very fascinating, and you probably have seen that I also have...
You have a thing going, like the purple scars and the branches, and that's it.
Yeah, so...
Have you ever been in some sort of magical accident? I mean, I know that some humans have particular connections to different types of magical ancestry, but I've never read about something like this.
I think it's more of like, you know, an overtime growing thing.
Although
Did you eat a seed when you were a child?
Although that purple color is the same color as whatever glow that lizard folk had.
And that card, that scroll that Roka showed him, and he picked. Well, let's just keep it at that we're both very unusual individuals, as Reinhold puts back on his glove.
And as he puts on the gloves, the pulse that you felt fades away.
So, what?
And then, finally, like, 3 waiters showed up with, like, all the plates. So who had the fish of the day?
I had 1.
And then places 1. And then you had 2 fishes of the day.
Yeah.
And places 2. Who had the steak? Who had the 6? Who had the 6 eggs?
Who had the sex?
Eggs.
Me.
6 eggs.
Who had the 6 eggs?
Also me. What's wrong there? No.
And the potatoes.
Oh, the potato.
Oh yeah, and the potatoes.
Can't forget about the potato.
The crispy potatoes.
I mean, the charcuterie, that was not gonna get it.
As he bites into a piece of cured meat. Well, I know you are probably twice my size, but that is a lot of food.
I mean, you're quite small indeed, so I think you would need a lot less food and probably this food. Suffice.
It's all right. Don't worry. We'll split the bill. Now, so how did your friend manage to acquire an ancient purple thing?
Oh, salt. Yeah,
Salt.
Yeah, I call them the Spice Bros because they're twins, and one of them is named is Salt, and the other one is Pepper. I usually call them Cinnamon or
I bet in their own languages
Spice.
it might be a more poetic name.
Hop.
Sure, salt. Where did he pick up that thing? Because it seemed dangerous.
From what I heard, it was somewhere in the ocean. So yeah, the ocean is quite big.
Imagine if someone is dumping their magical artifact here.
So, you didn't grab it
Well, I
when we left.
tried to grab it with my mage hand, but it resisted.
So
I'm
it's-
not going to grab something like that with my bare skin, thank you very much.
Yeah, very understandable. But it is now under the rubble, right?
I suppose, unless the guards start excavating the place, but that's their problem.
I mean, I think it would be in the safest position right now.
In a way, but I would have loved to study it. It could be very powerful. Anyway,
Can either one of you roll me a d10?
You can roll as I start cutting things up.
that is a 3.
Please continue.
Well, as Reinald takes a bite of his fish. Okay, so you have a very peculiar group of friends. Because you're friends with the girl at the potion shop. You're friends with, what was his name? Gorak, the red-skinned guy. Big, hairy, muscly. You're friends with the scrawny guy that almost got killed. Who also is quite magically gifted. You're friends with 2 lizard folk from the ocean. And then
Anymore?
I'm not sure if I saw anyone else, but you all live together?
No, we don't. We don't all live together. But yeah, I have friends.
Not that I would imply that it's unusual for you to have friends, of course. But
No, I know that.
it's
I mean,
the way last time you and Gorak, am I
Gorak.
pronouncing it right? Gorak, were speaking, it seemed like there was a little bit more going on. And I would like to think that if we want to work together, we might need to find some common ground.
Because, remember, Brigitte, he told something about someone going missing who, before that, you met someone who said, oh, she's just on a business trip. And then when you went to confirm that story, with a straight face, told you, oh, they're on a business trip. And when you tried to call them out, you got kicked out of the shop.
I mean, it seems like at least we're trying both to accomplish something for the good of this town.
But the question that you both have is, what then?
I mean, look, I don't trust you. You seem like a nice guy. But you know, we don't know each other. But I am willing to work with you to figure out what's going on. Because I have seen too many things right now that I'm worried about. And I think that you're on a similar path as me. So maybe we could team up.
Indeed, we could work together.
Work in the same.
We have the same, probably the same goal. Yes, but we fought together multiple times. You seem like a nice person. But yeah, maybe we should. But I don't know if what I know is something I can share with you, and I would still be safe. And I'm not sure if the same thing applies to you as well.
Safe from what?
Well,
Anything, actually.
It's in your head.
for starters, the new mayor. You, your friends. Any other friends you know?
I mean, why would they hurt you?
I don't know. I mean, we could be, like children and say who's on the good guy's side and who's on the bad guy's side. But often reality is pretty much more of a gray area kind of thing. So I'm just trying to see if you're not, going to do something bad with the information I might have.
Definitely made eye contact with you, Brigitte, before leaving.
So I know that we're at least not on the same side as the mayor.
You never, by any chance, know this dumbass.
Oh, Lewis. Oh, we go a while back. But
What?
he's... I don't think he ever really got the vibe of, subtlety. And he's like a blunt instrument with the way he's treating the guards and the people around with the taxes. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but it's nothing good.
But he knows him.
Yeah, what he said. You know him?
Who said? That bullfolk? Is he with you?
So,
You've been given a very specific assignment. So,
Well, no is a strong word, but
well, you said you go way back, so I think you would know him.
I may have once attended a school where he was in the same class as me for a few years.
Slow. Well, not slow.
He was-
Take his way too hard.
Maybe you should not try to cut it with a spoon. The knife is on that side.
Slow one good.
It goes way easier. We were not really friends, but I know of him. He's a dear folk.
that's quite a
Yeah, all animals go together.
Even for Brigitte. Yeah.
Like, I just imagined the image of like all. I think it's from like Simpsons or South Park of like every single kind of ethnicity just holding hands and everything is happy and peace and it's just all the deer folk. But it's not all the animal folk, all the Therans. That's what they want to believe you to believe.
But you didn't travel with him. When did you arrive at this?
I think I already told you. We didn't travel together. I haven't seen him yet.
No, but you weren't like because
No, I was like maybe a day ago.
Because remember, Brigitte,
you went earlier.
he already knew.
Yeah.
I know many things that you do not.
You above that, you also knew that he arrived earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you know.
I think I mentioned it actually during our first conversation.
You do know.
Yeah. And I think I actually also said that I thought it was suspicious.
So, Lewis has been quite, well, not quite quietly. He's been making a storm and doing a lot of things. But what I wonder is, he came here before. You said it as well. I saw him before. He knew that the mayor was going or missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that is something.
That's
Yeah, we're noticing it.
That golden fur wolffolk looked at you for a second. Looked at him too. And then wandered out. Well, it didn't make eye contact with you.
You want a piece of fish?
But Brigitte noticed.
I mean, like
Yeah, I think he would.
3 big folk.
I think you would see Brigitte just talking, and then as soon as they walk
Like
through the door, it's kind of like
silence in the
it's
center.
a stop in the yeah. So what I was thinking is that there might be something more about the mayor, about the previous mayor, about Lewis, about other people disappearing or going on vacation.
What do you know?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I know that
Any leads we could go after?
a couple of people have been missing, so but
Here's Reinald in his head.
Where the fuck is Pascal?
It's over there!
That's just Pascal.
It's kind of funny because I think there's something wrong.
I haven't met him.
You have?
No.
Yes, you have.
Oh.
You overheard him bump into
Oh yeah.
the two
The
elderly.
All from the
folks,
deer
yeah.
folk.
You hear in your head, Reinald.
I don't know any leads.
So,
Yeah,
I have come across some. There might be something wrong with the water.
the sea water or
The
drinking.
drinking, the drinking water of the city.
Like as in people are getting sick because they're drinking it, or what?
I have heard others say such things.
And at the moment that you say this, in the booth next over,
I think the two. Sorry, I said this was fish. I think the two are connected.
Do you know where this is coming from? This one? Well, it's most likely just.
Well, I've done my research. And since it's public knowledge, I'm not going to obfuscate that. But most of the water is coming from the dam.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
know the
think-
dam?
most of the drinkable water.
Of course. Not the sewage. It's coming from the people.
So you think it's somewhere over there?
Most likely. Or it could also be related to the weird people we saw in the sewers.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And the caves.
I mean, some is not that weird.
No, I'm not talking about
I
it.
know. But we could go up to the dam and maybe look. Can we go in?
Not like it's a public area, but it's like not just, you don't barge in there.
You've been looking at us like crazy.
Waves to Reinhold and then leaves.
He waves to me.
You introduced yourself to him. Even
I
gave you your
nod
name.
and politely wave.
He was holding an odd pamphlet that he was like staring at.
All these pamphlets.
So, well, I have a couple already. But the
You actually do? Sorry.
what?
Go on.
What?
Go on.
I have you took me out of my thoughts. I never have thoughts, but
Come on. Use that raisin in your head.
Oh, and the big guy from the tailor shop.
You mean Phoenix?
Yeah, that one. He has been dodging my questions. There's this woman who worked there, Kathleen, one of them. It's a woman.
So, what about
Katrien.
Yes. Well done.
It was Brigitte. She has been missing, and well, at least that's what I think. Because I've pressed Felix before, and she's on a business trip, or on a vacation, or something that I don't buy it.
Remember, he's the one who told you.
So you moved up to my little thing I said.
Well, the mayor has been missing. She has been missing, so I'm just looking. It's something I was gonna look after anyway. So
Did you use your muscles on him?
no, I didn't use my muscle on him.
Because remember, Reinhold, that is one of your contacts. If gets into trouble, then you'll get into trouble.
You sharing this, places Reinhold more on the backside, so. You try to wrangle the story detail from him.
Well, I did get a nice coat from him. So during that moment, I may have persuaded him unsuccessfully to talk a little bit more about where Kathleen, or Katrien is.
Just gonna chime in here, Reinhold. I think it's wise if you then don't bring her to go pick up those clothes. Because if Phoenix sees the two of you together, he's
Thank
not
you, Rogue.
dumb.
Good thing I, Reinhold Fulberi, am not dumb either.
I would have just taken you like,
I figured that one out, Max. Thanks.
Brigitte, for a moment, something kind of like... It felt as if you heard something, but was probably nothing.
Stay away from That's the point.
Yeah,
Stay
but
away from him. He's mine. Is probably what Roka's saying. Well, I knew I could trust Felix. But
Wait, what did he just say?
I have an agreement with him later, an appointment. So perhaps it's best if you stay away from him if you try to manhandle him.
Wait, what?
I am.
What did he just say? Because that means that... Remember what he said specifically.
Yeah. So, shit.
I need to give her a moment.
No, this is about something else, but.
Reinald just selling out his own contact.
No.
And just.
Reinald, think about it from
Just continue.
from an outsider's perspective. You told her something, and she went to said contact that told you, then confronted him about it, and then she's telling you it back, and then you're like,
But this proves that they took the bait. Because she went over to harass him for information.
yeah.
Of course he kept his mouth shut, but Reinald is just trying to poke at your brain like, oh, I am more powerful and I know more people than you think I know.
Reinald, on the other hand, what if Brigitte did push Felix's button, or what if it was someone else? What if Brigitte faced the Hortling?
Then she's incriminating herself.
She's incriminating herself, but you're also putting people in danger.
A little bit. But Felix seems like the kind of guy who can handle himself. He
Yes.
can take a punch to the face.
Yes, but it's not very subtle.
No, but subtlety is out the window. I'm talking to a lady with purple marks and a tree growing out of her.
True. But
I
I don't
get-
know if those NPCs will feel about that the same way.
They probably wouldn't like that. Reinald knows this, but he's trying to get you to, spill the beans.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of those 6 eggs.
You know, I have dementia. Brigitte is not that smart. So, getting something out of me, it's quite hard. Because, I
know.
I write names down and I'm like, who the fuck is Bertus?
Oh, Bertus!
Do you need me to tell you?
No, I think those are couple.
Yes.
And it's on my phone.
What are you looking for?
Yeah. Oh wait. Because speaking of Felix and his thing, when I went over there, his it felt like his shop or Kathleen shop has been broken into or something. I don't know if you know.
Wait, what?
Broken glass.
Does Brigitte know that? Because that's a scene that Reinald experienced.
That was me, right?
No,
No, that was Reinald.
because Felix didn't want you there.
I hate my life.
I don't think
Did-
Brigitte would have known.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
No, that was that was after that.
Yeah,
We're
So-
rolling back a little.
it's fine.
Reinald figured that one out.
And
What would you
I
say?
I should stop writing things down that you're doing at that moment.
That's actually interesting. You're just making notes on things that Brigitte actually knows.
Yeah, it should be smart.
Do you want me to continue talking? I can yap.
Yeah, please.
Well, it would be interesting if we could both go to the dam, but we need a way in. I don't know if you happen to know anyone who might have connections that could place us on the inside of the dam in areas where there are normally guards.
Unless someone pops in my head saying that I have, I don't have. I don't have any connections with people there.
But, and then you're like, you could ask Rosette, but currently your standing is a bit difficult. If it's in connection to the mayor, perhaps he can do something, but asking him something directly always makes things tougher. But Khalees could perhaps help here, as the family's spy. But the fact that he's currently walking around as someone else does complicate things. And from what you saw, he was enjoying himself with those two other wolf folk. But Khalees could perhaps help here into getting a way in.
Yeah.
And you could always ask Gorak, but Gorak is not in very much in favor of being in with Reinald, because he clearly said stay away from him.
And now we're dining on fish together.
I mean, there's always people I could ask, but
Oh, that would be nice.
I don't think they are much in favor
Well,
of doing so at the moment.
the other option is breaking an entry, but I wouldn't want to be caught there.
Well, Brigitte,
I mean,
it's something you specialize in with some magic that someone taught you.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Is that a 1? Oh god.
We get arrested.
And we'll solve go ways out of it.
I don't think if you've noticed, but so far my interactions with the guards give me the feeling that they're not on our side.
Yeah, they hate me as well. I think if I say one more bad word against Ocean, I will get thrown in jail. So I should not do that.
No, that wouldn't be wise.
As when you say no, that wouldn't be wise, someone walks towards your table and very casually says, "Hello, Reinald. Are you having nice dinner?"
Give me a moment.
I would have said hi earlier, but I was busy.
Give me a moment. Fuck you, Evelyn. You're blowing my cover.
There's a certain gleam in her eye.
Do I know what kind of gleam?
Roll me an insight check.
Please let me do so.
Nervous?
Fuck. 8.
You notice that she's trying to communicate something, but you're not entirely getting onto it.
Reinald's head. It's so fun. Oh, you.
Oh? Will you introduce me to your friend?
Oh, I'm sorry, Evelyn. I was having dinner. I was doing an odd job, and we were working together on things for the little potion shop in town, and I thought it would be the nicest to have a shared meal between friends.
I see.
I mean, we could always use more friends, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Evelyn.
Just like throwing in a hand.
Comes up with a gloved hand, very neatly, orderly, and
Me
Like-
doing the like, just like
Yeah.
where am I now? I'm Brigitte. So yeah, we did some work with the lady from the potion shop.
I see.
Good meeting you.
Just wanted to drop in, make sure that Reinhold is doing fine. So I'll leave you to be.
How do you guys know each other?
Oh, she knows my aunt. You know, the one that's busy with the boats and stuff.
Yes, indeed. About that, Reinhold, your aunt told to me to talk. So make sure to talk to her.
Oh, I'll meet up with her later.
Well, I will not let you to interrupt you further.
Oh, thank you. You enjoy your evening as well.
Yes, thank you, Reinhold. As she then makes her exit, and you immediately pick up on the fact that less than a minute later, Irvin follows after her. You make me an insight check.
Eight.
We both
8.
suck.
It goes over your head.
So
The richest young girl in town just walks up to Reinhold, says hi.
you seem quite familiar with each other.
Oh, as I said, she knows my aunt. They go way back.
And you seem to know her, not just from your aunt. It seems like you guys are friends.
I wouldn't say friend. You know. What is. Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Not
Okay.
Catherine. Evelyn.
Yeah. With her, with Evelyn. Some are friends.
You could say that it's like being friendly co-workers. I mean, like you and Mr. Gorak. Like you work sometimes together and that you're friendly throughout each other.
Yeah, but I know him for a year. You've been here in town for like 3 days. Less.
Yes, but I have lived a life before that moment.
Oh, you guys have met beforehand, of course, yeah.
Now, let's get back to business.
Yeah.
As at that moment, 3 guards wander in. At the moment that they step in, one immediately moves to the bar, while two just pretend that there is a hatch here. Oh no, the hatch is here. They immediately just flip open the hatch, and it immediately cause a scene with 2 of the waiters and like the bar guys. Like, what is the meaning of this? We want to see your inventory now. But I have customers. It's the middle of the evening. Can't you do this like tomorrow or something, or when I'm closed? Now, I didn't ask. I told you so. While the head assessor that you know is kind of like looking is like looking over, and like other guests look up from their table and are a little bit like concerned. All right.
I'm just picking all the cleans off my plate.
You see this
Same
unfold.
batches.
You see this scene unfold, but the 2 of you are of course separated from whatever is happening there.
Yeah. This has been happening everywhere.
What's your thoughts on it?
Oh, I don't know.
I
Do
heard-
something about it, but
I heard the
what
same.
can we do? That's why everything is just so expensive. They want to take care of all the illegal stuff, which is not even illegal, just imported. But
Why would they?
I have no clue. Well, probably about money, but like why. So it is getting ridiculous on how much money you have to spend on normal items.
All right, everyone. Closing time, says one of the guards. What? What do you mean? We're shutting down this establishment for now to do further investigation. What about all my customers? Fine, you got 2 minutes. As the waiters suddenly I don't know, just make sure that they pay at least. And give them a 10% discount. And a coupon. As frantically some of the waiters start addressing the table, but how this tavern conveniently is laid out, you would be last. So you still have a moment while the guards are looking towards every table and the waiters going past every table to...
I would want to order the dessert.
But,
Do you have any idea where they're taking this stuff? Are they shipping it away? Or are they collecting it somewhere?
that is interesting. Maybe good for it. Just see what if they're taking the just
That's
No.
a little extreme. That's a little extreme.
We could try and blend in, see where they're going.
You're a sly fox, what they call. Ashley Fox.
Well, I am pretty sly for a fox guy. Joke. Bad joke.
I'm so sorry, but we have to suddenly close down for some reason.
We noticed.
Yeah.
Don't worry. How much is it?
Let's see. With that drink and with all your big orders and 10% off, let's just make it 20 gold pieces.
Here's 20. It's nothing.
Here. And she...
I was gonna I was also making
Such a gentleman. And
I know.
takes the money and here's a coupon just for next time. We feel sorry.
That's all right.
Never happened before. Well, I'm sorry, but 1 fucking minute, and then you have to get out, says one of the guards.
Jeez.
Oh, you beat them up so bad.
And then, yeah, the wolfman at first is arguing with one of the other guards, and now 2 guards with what is the meaning of this? Who approved this? Sorry, we're working for Asylum. This is still my fucking city. You might be his assessor, but you do not outrank the commander. Still, there are laws here in the city. You can just overtake them. Well, you gotta take that up with the Velvet Commander. I do not go, that's beyond my jurisdiction. Just doing my job, sir.
Let's first get out of here.
Yeah, do you have to go back or something that I can take all these leftovers?
1 minute. Sorry.
5 seconds.
Come on, leave it. It's just food.
As now all the other people are being shoved basically out. That even one of the guards is threatening just some old drunken guy. Get the fuck out.
I know my right.
As
I want you apple tarts.
as one of the guards makes eye contact with you, Brigitte, and there's this gleam, because all the guards of course are wearing a helmet and they look the same in their uniform, but there was a moment in where he stared at you for a second, and now you're outside the barnacled barrel. As all the people just being shoved outside are how rude and how disrespectful. And then the door is effectively being shut. And Ronald can make me an insight check.
I just have 1 egg still left in my hand. fork on the table. Not even.
18 plus 4 is 22.
Reinald, Evelyn showed up and came to you practically a few minutes before they showed up.
She probably knew.
Maybe that's what she was trying to communicate. Get the fuck out. And there are now, of course, like one guard stands in front of the entrance and has taken a good look at everyone who got pushed out.
But why would she need to get you out of this establishment if it's just about the goods inside of the establishment, not just
Well,
the people around?
we don't know that. And
No.
Irvin was also there.
And of course, above game, Reinald is investigating. If he is noticed by the guards, his cover is lost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
She doesn't know about the whole beach incident yet. So,
She just wants to make me not be busy. She just wants me to keep out of the guards' business. Or more specifically, keep the guards out of Reinald's business.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. I'm
We
just
do.
thinking that I'm looking too far into it.
you're like,
seeing the web.
so, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Do we want to wait here? Because that might be a little suspicious.
By now, it's already like towards nighttime.
We could also meet up tomorrow for further discussions.
Voice. Um.
If you look into getting into the what works, I'll do my best and uncover a way as well. And we'll meet up tomorrow and discuss them.
Where do we meet up?
Where do you usually hang out?
I walk around. I work at the docks. But
I could come to the what was it?
Crowspear.
To Crowspear.
You have a few days off, of course.
yeah,
Or is there a place in the scaffolds district that you like to come often?
You probably have spent at least one night at the Drunken Phoenix. But that's, of course, not the hideout.
you know, I have a place.
I'm just a little foxhole.
You would notice a thing. I'll just put you at the Will's room.
Besides, that is not allowed.
Definitely not. But if I would, you're at Will's room.
Like, emergencies are a different matter.
Yeah, for salt and pepper. But
No, but
this is not
like,
even...
Salt and Pepper also, like, no. And because of their odd, not family member, but kind
Yeah.
of like...
Honorary family.
It's like,
Yeah.
if I know someone who is dying, there could be an exception to bringing them into that
Yeah.
place. But
And they have a closer bond to Wild.
Yeah.
So,
But you have that unusual tavern that definitely is not hiding a fighting ring. Which is obviously an above-game statement, but Reinhold is probably prodding you to find out more where you loiter, just so he can get a feeling of what it is like. I'm just laying the motivation there because it's obvious, but
because
it feels like you need me to be obvious.
from Ryan's perspective, one very important source of information about the whole business regarding the myconoids is Rosette.
Yeah, I know, but I still don't know how she connects to Rosette, but it does feel like she connects to Guruk, and Guruk seems like a guy who is involved with the underworld. Like you have the family, and then you have the acquaintances, and like you and Salt and Pepper are there. Two Reinholds.
Like the family
you-
and the distant cousins.
Yeah.
you definitely have no, like, family tree pointed in your mind of like, oh, this is this, and this is that. They are connected like that. It's just there's a family with Gazette, and you need to find out who
Like
is
Laura
in that rank.
is a bigger dog, but you're like a Chihuahua there.
How would you know that he is in there?
Because that's the vibe he gives us, Reinhold. He knows things. He seems like he's aware. One could even say he is woke.
He's a district daddy.
I'm playing D&D with two men. But I think we should just meet up tomorrow morning, do some rounds, walk around, find something that we could, do.
Good
I would-
idea.
I would look into getting us to that dam.
I'll as well. I will as well. I can also probably pick up the clothes tomorrow morning, right?
Sure.
Felix doesn't mind. He's probably still shook by me.
And he specifically said that if you want to have special goods, you could always come after closing time, or just after closing time.
True, but he doesn't. He first wants to, walk away from this scenario.
All right.
All right, then.
Because I assume that you wandered a bit further away.
Yeah, we are now probably closer to here. We're about to say goodbye. So Reinhold puts out his paw so we'll see each other tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you make physical contact with each other. Brigitte,
Nice
Do I need to ask for consent?
Brigitte, at the moment that you make physical contact with him, the scene in the forest comes back into your mind, and especially the drawing of a fox man.
I'm just holding your hand just a little too long. You're just like, so how are you like? I'm just like a little too long that I hold your hand. I'm like,
Yeah, you're right.
And Reinhold hears in his mind, "Oh, what's that?" Probably nothing.
I will see you tomorrow.
Right. Take a good night's rest.
Yeah. You as well.
As Reinhold waves a little nod and walks in this direction.
I'm just walking that direction. But I'm also like sometimes checking behind my back. Just like to see if you're going that way or if you're unbothered and just walking or you're like,
No, Reinhold would probably try to not do that because that would be suspicious. It would have been awesome if I could just, cast invisibility.
I was also debating
You walk back
following you.
and you want to look back and he's gone and you're like, what the fuck?
As fun as that is, remember that is called black magic, which in most of Theron society is very much looked down upon or straight up illegal. In Spellwisk, it's a little bit like sus, but here on the western side or
If
in
someone
the eastern
catches me
side,
just turning invisible or casting invisibility, they would be like, what are you?
what are you doing? And if that's illegal, that's legal, and
Grappig. Sorry. Paul brengt zondag een bacterie.
okay, nice.
So Reinhold walks away. I don't think he feels the need to look behind him because he understands that would be suspicious, he would first want to walk more towards the traders district, and then maybe take a look around to see if you are following him. Which you're not. So you're going home.
What's that? Spooky in our mind.
Yeah, it's definitely. There are definitely connections that are not fully understood by the gift. Not only from Reinhard's vision or thing that entered my mind, but also from Branded, and it's just all so close but not connecting. So it's kind of like a frustrating walk home of like, what? And she just wanders back home.
How does this connect to what she drew? Cannot be. That time is long gone.
Yeah.
Roll me both a d20.
14.
15.
Brigitte, you get back to the family hideout. What do you do?
It's like
That's one romantic.
taking a breath. It's like 8-9ish, or is it like late?
It's 8-9ish.
I wanna Can I look for Branded and Coldrock? See if they're anywhere.
Coldrock is probably in the bar, but you are not meant to go there right now. Branded, well, you'll have to look in the hideout. So when you get into the main hall, you don't see him. You roll me even or odd.
Even.
It's a 2.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, even.
All right. Upon you entering into the below here, you don't see anyone.
You said I wasn't allowed to go in the bar.
Well, you're not allowed.
Behind the bar.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. Coldrock would normally, during this time, be at the bar, at the actual bar, the Bright Lie. And currently, you agreed with the family, no fighting. So you can go there, but considering what happened yesterday, it might not be wise. Because people who are there have seen.
No, so she is not here, she's there, most likely.
Yeah.
Make
me a perception check on hearing.
It's 24 natural time.
With a 24, you hear from further into the hallway Sonia's high-pitched voice, kind of like, "You can't just do this." And she's talking to someone else.
I will not go there.
Okay. Following the voice, you go to the rooms where at the crossing over here, you have Sonia, who's arguing with that hair folk. Well, Brigitte would be arriving from this side. With Pepper also there, kind of like passively, just like doesn't know really what to do. Still looks pretty banged up. But it seems to you when you walk in is that Sonia was tending to him, while this hair folk seems to be doing something that has Sonia upset. You walk into this scene as Sonia's like, "You can't just do that." What do you do?
I'm kind of like in a position of like, I can't really speak up to him because he thinks I'm a pet. Sonia thinks I'm a, oh yeah. I'm kind of like in a position. I'm just gonna stand there. I'm not announcing my presence, but I'm making known that I'm just standing behind Sonia, just looking over.
Sonia looks towards you. Brigitte, you're taking the stuff out of your room.
Who is taking the stuff out of my room?
I don't know, those two large bunnies. Ask, who is she?
Why?
My, that's a feisty young girl. Ah, the pets.
Funny. Why are you taking the stuff out of my room?
Well, our room has been taken over by these two lizard men, so I needed a good spot to sleep. So I just picked a room, and well, it was empty, so I was like, well, it's mine now.
Empty.
Anyways, I'll be continuing. You're not going to do that. That's Brigitte's room. Ah, it's the pet's room. Makes sense. Oh well. And then just turns her back to you and wanders away. You can't just let her do that.
I'm just putting my hand on Sonia's shoulder. I really hope that they all are gone at least within a day. Probably not. But what about a girls sleep the night over? Slumber party?
Well, that does kind of sound kind of fun. That does sound kind of fun. Although, no, it's fine. There was something she wanted to say, but she didn't. It's fine.
How are you doing with all these days and you?
So, and like starts almost like a rant. So, earlier you two rushed out of the shop, and then after a while, Reinhold came back, and he was hurt. So I gave him a pep up, and then he was fine. Because he got hurt, and then he brought me the mushrooms and said that you were hurt and that Brandon was hurt, and so I rushed here and I found Pepper and Salt wounded, and I helped them out, and like blah 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 blah, and then that bunny lady just showed up and got all hissy fit when they returned that their room was being taken over because, well, we only have one guest room, and then they wandered to your room, and then those two big bunnies who are named Dust and Guts, started taking stuff out of your room, and I was like, wait, you can't just do that, that's Brigitte's room.
You know what? I will put my stuff just in your room, neatly tucked away. I'll put my mattress on the ground, and we'll just have a girls' night. And we'll talk about what happened in the cave.
Pepper stands there a little confused.
I'm looking at Pepper like...
Because, like, at this time, Wilt is probably...
Working.
No, he's announcing the matches.
It's a job.
This poor Wilt. It's like, whatever happens. No, he's working.
I had to laugh because I just imagined Pepper being like, go find out. I want to join too.
He's like, go fight.
He has like a pretty big pink bow on his top head.
Just one braid. Pepper, how is Salt?
And it's like, um,
Yes. I have no idea what Pepper says, but I think that I've looked at Salt and he's doing better. But I think he will be out for at least more than a day. So I'm checking on his vitals and making sure that he's hydrated because, well, lizard folk are not meant to be that long on water. Or all from water.
And Pepper,
Huh?
how are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pepper still hurts, but I patched up some of the wounds. He'll be fine.
What could we do without you?
Mhm.
So,
Thanks. But, well, it was a bit of an altercation because, well, those hairful came back and Rosette is, of course, below. And Gorak isn't here, so.
You know what? Let's go to your room and you can braid my hair and I will talk to you about everything that happened in the cave.
Okay,
Even with the gory details if you want.
okay.
And I just pat her on the back and grab my stuff from inside the.
yeah, it's
It's scattered.
whatever your like stuff is has just been thrown out.
It
into
isn't
the common.
much, but
No, but it's basically been thrown out into the common room, and when you step into that common area, you still see the smug expression from that hair folk, and then just shove the door close.
yeah, then I'll just.
So Pepper still stands there.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Pepper. He's like. I'll just kind of like nod over to him like, good night.
Yes. And he slowly waddles back to the guest's room, and then struggles with the handle twice, and then eventually makes his way back into that room. Before that happens, Sonia says just to him, I'll come check up later before I go to sleep, okay?
Yes.
Like, all the typical violence and aggression is currently just gone.
Yeah.
But Brigitte knows this because Salt is always the one who wants to fight and eagerly, and Pepper is just there.
Yeah, just as the little boy. Well, he's the older.
He's more older, yeah. He's the more older one, as it seems.
Yeah.
And he's just there
Following along.
and if Salt gets into a fight, Pepper goes along.
Those two are. Yeah.
I can't understand a word what they say.
I try to go along with whatever they are doing. I hope that they put up a thumbs up sign because I.
Oh, but the thing is that Will teach me a few words of Aquan, or well, they call it elemental, but Aquan is like a sub. I don't know how it works, but like he taught me a few words, and at some point we just also like made this a thing.
Yeah, that's the easiest. Just having some highly identifiable words or signs that everybody knows from every language.
As when you're in the common area, Brigitte of Sonia picks up something of you, and then the two of you move it to her room. While on the image, her room is just a flat room. Her room is, of course, a little bit more decorated.
And a little bit more girly, decorative, childish.
I would give it like goth teenage girl vibes. So like there may be like little how do you when you cut out like a shape and then those things garlands and with like the shape of like little vampires no vampires bats.
She has like a skull with like a candle on it.
Yeah, just a skull with a candle on it, and she has a little cauldron and all these little potions and everywhere.
Of my chemical romance, things like that. Just like
Harmonic Defiance edgy face.
Yeah. The cough.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
She opens up one of her closets and like lays out another bedroll for you to put your stuff on and your mattress on.
Well, we tend to get into big things whenever you send us on a, a little quest.
Well, that was not my intention.
I know. But it happened twice now with Reinhold, so
He's interesting.
Yeah. Definitely. Since we're just girls talking to each other, I did happen to see Brendan without his hood on.
You did?
It was not that.
No, that was you.
I mean, fits your vibe.
Oh?
I think. I don't know. Brigitte is making things up just to
appease the girl.
Yeah.
Although, if I ever think that he would ever address me, that would blow him up.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case. You're just a little too young at the moment, but all is fine.
I'm 16 and something.
3/4.
Something.
Yeah. But I don't know how old he is.
Oh. What if he's like 35?
Yeah, that's too old.
I'm not gonna follow up on that question. Wait a second. I actually don't even know how old you are, Brigitte.
Yeah, I haven't celebrated my birthday in a while. Yeah, I kind of just lost track of time. Yeah. How old am I? I'm trying to think. I'm just kind of like...
Is it above game?
No, just thinking.
Okay.
Just kind of like, this is a little foggy.
Well,
yeah.
when I first met Rosette, I also didn't exactly know. So we just kind of settled on. Well, at that moment I was 13, so we kind of settled on that. Technically speaking, I could be 18. I could also be 15. Oh well.
16 is a perfectly good
Right.
age for you right now.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's above 16 that I am.
Well, definitely that.
Yeah. Anyway, So how about you braid my hair, because I know you like doing that and I hate
Yes, of
that.
course, of course.
But I'll tell you about the cave. I tell you about how Brandon was in action. Oh, he almost died, but he did some stuff. And I'll just start talking a little bit about how everything went down.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Sonia is kind of like interested in everything, even though some people try to like not say everything. I think I would more like it's fine.
Is the door of the two of you open, or is it closed?
At the moment, I think it's closed. It's just build time.
I would say that for a few minutes you catch her up to speed. She probably asks a question, and what happened then? And what happened then? Oh, but would you tell her about the necklace?
I wouldn't tell about the necklace, but I would tell her about the fact that Salt lost his mind for a bit.
Okay. Oh my. So, but you pulled him out, right? And then he was fine.
And everything was fine, and now they're here, and Brandon is fine, even Reinhold is fine. Well, you saw him later that day, or this day.
Sonia, like you? As it's Gurok's voice behind the door. Oh, come in! And like, Gurok opens the door, sees that your stuff is moved in here. What happened here? He's carrying something under his arm, and he's wearing a collar. As in a dog collar. What
And
happened here?
do I see what he is carrying?
Well, something underneath a big cloth. I'll get back to this later. Sonia and you, Brigitte, where is Vesper?
I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm looking, pointing towards the door, towards my room. There. My room.
What happened?
That
Well, that bitch Bunny kicked all of her stuff out of her room. All right.
it's because Salt and Pepper are in the guest room.
All right.
Yeah. So we have girls' night.
He squints his eyes, and with that eye squint, he definitely is trying to make it clear, is that very smart, Brigitte, considering what happened?
I think Brigitte would also just pick up on the fact that what he's trying to make clear. And Brigitte is. I think Brigitte knows, but she is at this moment willing to do everything it takes to stay here, stay with the pack, and not do anything stupid anymore. Even though she just did something to transform. But she is confident. Yeah, confident. That's the word. That nothing bad will happen.
Right. Good night, ladies. As you see this dog collar.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Guru, do you have a, I'm not gonna. What's with the dog collar?
It's nothing. Good night, ladies. And then closes the door. As that was odd. And Sonia's like,
Well, maybe he likes to alcohol.
what was he
The
wearing?
dog.
What was he wearing? Oh well. Brigitte, there was something very off about that.
Yeah. You picked
As
the
in-
one as well, yeah.
Off. What do you do?
I also don't know if it's him not wanting to tell me because Sonia is there, or what you said, because it's me.
And I think it's a sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
do you
I think-
do?
I think. Are you talking about the entire night, or?
What do you do now?
I'm probably trying to shake it off for the moment. I don't wanna.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 1. So it's 5.
Sonia starts yapping about something. It is up to you to let her or follow this up. What
I
just
think
happened?
in this moment I don't wanna worry Sonia, so I'm just going with her vibe and going with her like yapping. And I think I don't wanna follow up on Gorak's thing.
Alright. And I assume you then spent the rest of the night here.
I think what I want to do is she will probably check up on Salt and Pepper, but as she is going to sleep, I think I'll stay a moment there and then move towards the our little common area.
The family hall or the common area.
Yeah, this area, the one kind of front.
Would you be doing that around midnight or
yeah,
past midnight
past
when
midnight
the
when
cage
she's
fights ends?
Yeah, when she's asleep.
Okay. When Sonia is asleep and you
Yeah, and I'll just grab a seat and fall asleep there, probably. I don't wanna.
Well,
I've seen Gorak's worry, so I'm following up on that.
what would happen typically is that most of the others would return. So what we're going to do is that we're first going to shift to Reinald, and then we'll shift back to this moment past midnight where you would meet some of the others. So we shift now to Reinald. A little bit earlier. Reinald, where are you going after that you left the barnacled barrel?
Reinhold would be heading towards the traders district and the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that
Things are slowing down in the district.
what he would do, because he's not sure if Reed would follow him or not, he would walk, go around the mayor's office.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, he would look around to see if anyone's following him. And when he gets to this crossroads and he feels that no one's following him, he would walk to the mansion and enter it.
Give me a perception check.
That is 19 plus 4 is
Yeah.
23.
You are sure that nobody is following you. You get like a few glances of some people, but people are closing shop, ending for the day, nothing special. But no, you're not being followed. Of course, you do notice that when you walk past the mayor's office, there are of course 2 extra buffered, bigger deerfolk are standing guard in front of the entrance. Beyond that, nothing. And they are not city guards. They are velvet crusaders. As in, they are one step higher. They are probably personal guards.
Reinhold is getting the vibe. He moves towards the Regness mansion and would open the door and head inside.
As you are entering the Rickness mansion,
No, Reinald.
upon you stepping in, immediately when you step in, you open the big door. You see that Evelyn makes her way from the dining hall towards you. Oh, wait, this was the upper level. Wait, this was... No,
This is the right
Yeah,
level.
it's a lower level. Makes her way, towards you. And,
She alone?
at the moment she is alone.
Okay.
She addresses you alone. There you are. You didn't get into trouble, right?
No. I
Sorry.
think you tried to warn me.
Yes, I tried to be a bit subtle, but I didn't mess anything for you up, did I?
No, it's fine. That good fish made me... I didn't get the suggested. But when the guard showed up, I knew I needed to get out and be a little bit placent.
Yeah, sorry. Irvin, I don't know how, but sometimes he just notices things that I don't even recognize. And he somehow noticed more guard activity when he was looking out the window, and he could just tell within a few minutes they would be showing up. So,
Yeah, he's certainly a very useful individual.
true. Also,
Knowledgeable.
who was the woman that you were talking to?
Ah, now that's an interesting thing.
Well, because the thing is that I didn't think anything of it, except... Never mind. But Silas walked in a little bit later, and he said that she was in the office where she and Osian Meadowthorn, the Velvet Glade.
She mentioned something about that, yeah.
So I was for a moment worried, but I assumed that this is part of your investigation.
Yeah. I could tell you more, but I'm not sure. Is Victoria in? Because it would be best if we keep this between 6 years.
I think she's in her room.
Would you want to know more? Because I think I found an interesting lead.
You could... I actually also got something. Why don't we go to the... why don't we go talk in the chess hall?
And you mentioned that Victoria wanted to talk to me as well.
That was just a cover. I needed to say something, and I didn't know, and when you said aunt, I was like, okay, just make something up.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sometimes just a little dumb fox.
Nah, you're not dumb. You just needed to improvise. I kind of overwhelmed you.
I'm sorry. I have been told that my sarcasm doesn't always register. Not sure if it's a spell whisk thing, but...
It's fine, Reinhard. As Evelyn knocks on the door of Victoria's room, Victoria opens. Oh, Reinhard. Let's
Evening.
talk. Let's talk in the library. Yeah, sure. As Victoria follows after, and the three of you are now in the library with just the three of you.
Yeah, Victoria is alive.
Anything interesting to share?
Right. So, I'm not entirely sure how far I need to get you up to speed, but the woman I was talking to is... I think she's involved with that business that Rosette is leading. She seems very knowledgeable, and from what I gather, she is also investigating things.
I see. What?
I
see. What is she investigating?
Well, she's investigating the missing people.
I see. Well, as long as it doesn't track back to any of our contacts, I suppose it's fine.
Well, she did mention that she has heard of missing people, and I can assume that, if people stay away for too long, people start to ask questions. But
True.
for now, at least, I agreed with her to talk tomorrow morning and to work out a little plan to follow up on a few leads.
Mm-hmm.
And we were also thinking of heading towards the dam. She was going to investigate a way in.
Wait, but not to be rude, but she looked quite capable in a fight, but not maybe the most diplomatic type. I'm sorry, who are we talking about, says Victoria?
Oh, right. She's named Brigitte. I don't know if she has a last name. Probably not. But she says she is just a dock worker, together with several other people, including a red-skinned hortling named Gorak.
The name doesn't say me anything, unfortunately.
And the both of them seem to be involved in a deeper layer. I think at first they suspected me of being, well, sticking my nose in places where I shouldn't be sticking it, and they were right. But I tried to keep things a little obfuscated. But they also don't seem to be friends with Lewis and his bunch of merry dear folk.
No, I can understand that, says Victoria. I can understand that if she is indeed connected to Rosette, that Rosette's family is probably not in favor of all these raids and check-ins.
No, I think as we have discussed before, it's whatever Lewis is doing is upsetting this delicate little ecosystem they've built.
I haven't gotten anything further with him today.
I noticed there were some pretty well armored and equipped guards he placed in front of his office.
Yeah, that's his personal guard. It's probably been sent by his father. I suppose it makes sense, because we know that the mayor is gone. Lewis also probably knows this, so it makes sense that he's being guarded.
He must have been informed. How else would he have known to arrive when he did?
Yeah.
What I find unusual is that, as what Irvin and you prevented me from walking into, I've heard others say that their stocks have been raided by guards. I'm not the politician, but I know that you don't mess too much with the lower classes, otherwise they get uppity.
No, you're very right, Reinald. And Evelyn's like, yes, I agree. If it goes further and if it hits too many of the Scaffold District, it may cause problems.
I mean, I get that he wants to get things in order, but I fear he might only be sparking riots.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way, that of course could be, that could be a goal of his on his own. Because if there are riots in the street, they'll send more troops to put those riots down.
Victoria looks for a befuddled. Wait, are you suggesting it might be like a double setup?
I'm not sure. Again, I'm not a politician, but I've read a few interesting novels where such plots take place.
Well, actually, that does line up with something that I noticed as she then, from her pocket, pops up with a document. And I slipped this off his desk. I probably should put it back tomorrow. I'll just pretend that it fell into my bag. He is going to set up harsher punishments, as in much harsher. So there is a little bylaw that typically you can be kept for investigation into custody for a day. He's extended that to 5 days.
That's already quite of an overreach of council law.
That is very much an overreach. But because we are in Deerfolk land and his father is the council and leader, I'm not in a position to counter this. I cannot say anything against this. I could call out and make a whole public thing about it, but that takes days to arrange.
So basically we have Lewis holding a carte blanche to do whatever he wants to do.
But it's not just that. It goes a step further. And then she starts listing other types of physical punishment. Yeah. I am not much of a type to bring back old traditions of shaming people for things. That is definitely not the way of the city. He wants something. But I'm not sure what. I can't get it out of him.
Do you have the feeling that he's looking for something? Or is he really just having a little...
Avalyn jumps in with the fact, well, the thing is that most definitely he might be looking for something, if you ask me, with all the raids and from what I heard in how Silas's office was just taken over by the Velvet Blade Commander. But what could he be looking for? I can imagine that he would also be looking for the mayor. But
isn't it for him convenient that the mayor is gone?
That is, and then Victoria's like, that is true, otherwise he can't implement all these changes very quickly.
Could he be looking for whatever kidnapped the mayor?
Perhaps. I don't know. We have nothing to go on right now.
That is unfortunate.
But you were saying something about the waterworks.
Yes, as I laid out the previous time we talked, I think the two things are connected, the missing people and the potentially bad water. I would like to look more closely at the waterworks.
Avalyn says, well, actually, I can help you there. I'll have to free up my schedule and I will have to miss an important meeting. Or the day after. It's kind of up to you, Reinald. It's less convenient for me tomorrow, but the day after, I can spend all day with you.
Explain yourself, because you haven't explained what you wanted.
I can, under the guise of an inspection, get you inside. And I can be representative of checking the structural interior of the dam. I can't get you in everywhere, and especially not in the arcane room, but I can at least get you inside the building. Victoria looks this. Are you sure about that? Well, it's an option that he legally can get into the building, and he can wander around the waterworks, but he can't, of course, go into, like, the closed-off sections.
No, but I could snoop around a bit further than just going on a tour. And it's relatively under the guise of legal constraints, so even if I get caught, it's not an immediate...
Because the thing is that some of the interior, and like she comes up with like a few of the documents, some of the interior work has actually been imported through us, through the Ragnas family. So we have a legal standing to make sure that its quality is up to snuff. So I could, under the guise of an inspection, get me and you, and maybe we'll dress up Irvin in a fancy suit, bring him along for an inspection. And from there, you could snoop.
Yeah. Would you be able to get Brigitte along as well?
I suppose if we leave Irvin out of it, and we go with the three of us.
I'll have to see what she comes up with. If she comes up with anything at all. Because from what I gather, her tactic would be to just
Now,
go
hold on.
snooping in the night.
Now, hold on. You want to bring this Brigitte that I've never seen before along into this investigation? I thought she was...
I have a feeling I need to win her trust over. And even though, please don't panic, Auntie, but I have been in a few altercations where she came in quite handy, just fighting together and having a meal together doesn't seem to build any trust with her yet. And I feel like she is a good solid lead to get in, or at least to get to the people that know more.
Okay, you are not deceiving. But you roll me a deception check as, like, I need to have something of a DC that these...
She's going to panic and want to know everything.
And they need to roll against the fact that maybe your clothes are still smelling a little bit beachy, or... Well, you did wash your clothes.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty fine.
Yeah, you're looking pretty fine.
You know, maybe...
Maybe you have still that head injury.
Tired, a little dried up blood may have been there. What did you say?
Deception.
DC?
Or persuasion. It's up to you.
Well, I would like to persuade, because that would be a 21. Well, 15 plus 6.
Okay. First, Evelyn rolls, and she rolls with +4. Nope. It was 20, what?
21.
21. Okay. Victoria adds +11.
Jesus.
She's... Well, she could be the
God.
level 20 character.
All right, Reinald.
So I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if I can trust her either. But if we want to get closer to Rosette, as your father also wanted to...
True.
I need a way in, and I can, spend time working my way through the people. I have a feeling that there are a few other leads out there, but that will take more time.
Of course, it's only been 1.5 days, or 2 days by now. Just don't get into any trouble. Well, if he's going to, get into the dam, don't encourage him.
Well, it's less trouble than if I would have sneaked in the middle of the night and they would have caught me. And
see, Victoria? Fine, I'll agree to it. Besides, someone has to kind of try to keep... I've, for now, suggested that I am one of Lewis's assistants. Lewis did not appreciate that, but I talked him into it. But he's also giving me now paperwork.
oh, gotta love it.
Completely irrelevant paperwork. For example, he made me go over the whole plans of some bathhouse being built a little bit further into the city.
Yeah. I've seen golden kobolds walking around giving people coupons. Strange.
Like Evelyn. Dragon's Deposits. Oh yes, one of our partners.
Of course.
They're very lovely.
I can imagine. They're kind of fun, but they're also a little bit strange.
Yes, especially there is one little kobold that I see them from time to time. I can't put my finger on it, but they wear this little funny mask, like it's black, and like I can swear that he has a cape. And there's also this other one with like a bagpipe, and like I've seen them wander around, but I can't put my... Well, I'm sorry I'm rambling.
Oh, that's
Right.
fine. I tend to do that as well. We have a plan, and I don't think we should rush things. So we shouldn't indeed, drop everything and go tomorrow. But I'll try to snoop around a little bit more in town,
Mhm.
try to hear out this Brigitte person. I have a feeling that she may be able to... I have a feeling I need to get her just a little bit to talk.
Why don't you spend the day tomorrow then, and then the day after we'll go to the dam.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to check in with the cerulean compass in the scaffold district.
Oh, I actually came across that earlier today.
Oh, well, useful.
They said they could offer a ride, and I informed, and they said that would be an option.
Yes, I've been considering investing in them, so it would be like in good favor if I ask them to get travel.
I see. Well, let's keep our plan to it. If Brigitte turns out not to be a trustworthy individual, or, she seems not to trust me, we'll just go you, me, and Irvin. And if she does seem up for it, I would like to take her along. I mean, what could she do against us two? If she turns out to be trouble.
Victoria says, well, I suppose two fencers can beat one brute, but,
A little magic always helps.
well, just make sure that you take it one step at a time.
Of course.
All right, then I agree.
Good. Besides that, I don't have much else that I came across, except I have a membership to a laundromat.
And Evelyn laughs. Laundromatis. Yeah, it's a very lovely little shop. It's always good to get to know the people. But
Yeah. I'm trying to help out the other people as well.
that is smart.
I suppose you two also have no other things to lead on, because then I think I'll,
Head to bed.
head to bed. Oh, it's been a tough day. I
No.
could use a bath.
No. Victoria has told you about what Lewis is up to. Evelyn has told you about a way into the dam. They've said what they can for now.
Yeah, but, in normal conversation, it's logical to just check. I knew that was what they did. Well, thank you.
Oh, I remember. You said something about checking in about her being a dock worker. Do you think that she's lying about that?
I'm not sure. It could also be, she seems vague. As in that it's almost as if she is either refusing to talk about her place where she stays, or she's just wandering around. So I'm not sure if she's just a dock worker or more like a, handyman that works odd jobs.
If you take her to the docks tomorrow, for example, you could always feel out her story a bit and maybe ask around for Keaton.
Keaton. Ask her about Keaton.
No, ask around the docks for Keaton.
He a friend of yours?
It's a bit of a complicated matter, Reinhold. You'll find out. It's not my place to tell someone else's story.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to prod. I just meant, is he, on our side?
I would say he's on our side, but not on our side.
Yeah, I got a feeling that it's not black and white, mostly different shades of gray. But good to know.
Yes.
If you have a good feeling about the guy, then I probably should as well.
Yeah.
Alright, then I will leave you, good ladies, to it. And I will be heading to bed.
Good night, Reinald.
Good night. As Reinald walks towards his room after he probably gives his order.
Yeah. The two of them stay for like a little while longer. When you head to your room, you see that both of them leave, while Evelyn heads downstairs, and Victoria returns to her room, which is the one here across.
Opposite of mine, right?
Yeah, it's that one. So just so you know, this is Victoria's room, and this is Evelyn's room, the one connecting to.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
These.
That's
So
right.
I'll open Victoria's room because it's not special or something.
So, yeah, Reinald walks into his room.
Like immediately, when you wander into the room, Roka is already chilling on the bed.
Yeah, you are.
Well, things are getting exciting.
This is in your head, this conversation.
You can say that again. So Reinald takes off his gloves and takes off his coat.
What do you think about this Brigitte?
I don't know. You know, she seems like one of those, you know, the meat of it all. Like, she's not, obviously not part of the upper echelon, but she's probably involved somehow. She knows too much.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she went after Felix tells me enough about how they treat with things.
Well, Ronald, it maybe wasn't that smart to just point them into that direction anyways.
No, but you and I both know stories about Felix, and he's a giant dragon man. You don't beat him up.
No, of course not. But if it
But
was
it's-
anyone else...
Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
Let's just hope that Felix doesn't figure that out.
no, and if he does, then I'll have to talk with him through it and apologize.
Luckily, because he's such a big man, his brain is probably pretty smart. So.
Well, you need a bit of a brain to be able to make all those fancy clothing,
True.
especially the magical parts.
Although, if lots of the blood flows to the muscles, then it doesn't stick in the brain. Nah. What am I blabbering?
Am I rubbing off on you?
Well, maybe.
Or are you rubbing off on me?
I suppose it makes sense. Oh well.
What makes sense?
Well, it makes sense that I'm rubbing off on you and you are rubbing off on me. Although, you don't sense certain things, so we're not always in sync.
You keep doing this, dropping these things and not explaining them. What did you sense?
Oh!
Something about this brigade?
No. Well, that brigade was definitely interesting, because at the moment that you two made contact, there was just like something.
Yeah, she almost froze.
Yeah, it was
Like her
odd.
hand went cold.
It
Like,
was
just like that.
It was odd. I thought you ever have that feeling? How's it called again? Deja vu.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's like one of those ancient Arnish terms for when you have the feeling that something happened again.
Yes, that. That, and there was someone subtly casting a spell.
Where?
In the barnacle barrel. I picked up on it, but, well, I wasn't quite sure. But then when we left, it was gone.
So it stayed there.
You know, as someone who has taught you how to suddenly cast a spell, I can pick up on that. But
Of course.
it was off because I thought initially it came from a gate, but it didn't when I felt it stick around stronger. Unfortunately, because you were sitting all the way in the corner, I couldn't pinpoint exactly from where it was coming, but
Yeah. It was either find a little privacy or, have this interesting conversation about suspicious activities in the middle of the people.
sure.
Choices. Well, thanks for telling me. There's something strange about this town, and I'm not talking about the people.
Well, some strange things have been going on, of course, throughout this day.
Hmm.
The whole beach incident.
It's so unfortunate I couldn't take that necklace with me. All that ancient magical power just laying there in the rubble.
It's unfortunate. But hey, maybe it will. Well, when you think about it, the cave caved in. There's nothing that prevents us from going to check out and see if we can make it uncaved in.
I get what you're saying. But I'm not heading there tomorrow with a shovel, thank you very much.
The most important thing is that we don't tell anyone about the fact that that necklace is there. And I hope that Brigitte hasn't told anyone, because if she tells anyone, then that story will go out of control, and so people will go look for that.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, she's sometimes like difficult to read. It's like talking to a brick wall. I don't really understand sometimes what's happening in that head of hers. So I'm not sure if she would just completely share everything that happened today with whoever she trusts in that group of theirs. Or if she keeps things from them as well.
Well, everybody has a few secrets.
Of course, but
You have a few secrets.
I wasn't just going to lay down my life story to a stranger.
Who says that you have to? I'm just saying that you have a few secrets.
Fair enough.
Oh, is it getting hot in here? No, sorry. Crude. Too crude of me.
That's... You know, Roka, sometimes your words hurt me a little.
Like you did earlier today, when I was your familiar. Hey, whoever throws the ball can catch it back, can get it back.
You're right, that wasn't very nice of me, but I couldn't just say, oh, this is just an ancient spirit that I can... That's my favorite friend in the entire world. That would have attracted a lot of questions.
Why? Some children say that they have an imaginary friend.
You know what I mean.
True.
I haven't even really gotten to this. I have spent quite some time trying to investigate you, but they keep coming up with nothing.
Yeah, about that.
About you?
Yeah. I don't know. It felt odd when you touched Brigitte. Very odd.
Yeah. I also don't... she was clearly hiding something about, the tree thing.
Yes. Something about it. Can't put my finger on it.
I can put my arm on it. I think I need a bath, Roka.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to... And if you want to, we can play a game of chess before I go to bed. Use my brain for something else except spy work. Ugh.
Ronald takes a long bath. And then eventually comes in back with a little towel on his head, all cleaned up.
He has like this big fluffy bathrobe that he sits in as he plays chess with Roka. A few rounds.
as you pick up that coat and you pick up the floofy thing, it's made out of wool, and give me a deer-like family name. So something with thorn at the end. Otherwise, I'll do it.
Let me give him a
Looks at random items in the ring.
No! Well, maybe.
Pillow. Torn.
No. But you give me a needle thorn.
Needlethorn sheep farm near the Aluran Dam. Always your trustworthy wool exporter in East Whispers. That's the part of this region. So it's actually a local company.
Like Ronald wants to put on the stakes. There's a tag here. Why did they put the entire story on?
If you just put it back in, it's just this big until you touch it.
So there is a sheep farm not far from the Aluran Dam. Fun tidbit. Wait. Roll me a history check.
That is 12 until further order. 12. Yeah. Plus 0.
I don't have a DC for this, so... Well, guess the DC was that. Reinald, so earlier today, you had an interaction with someone in front of a billboard. And they specifically said that they picked up a note of cows that had escaped near the Aluran Dam. And right now, you are thinking back of that because it pops into your mind. You could swear there was like a little sheep shape on the note that man had. Oh, it might be the same company.
But I mean, they could have cows and sheep together. Though, weird above game question. If your world has towfolk, does it also have cows?
Yes.
You know the difference.
There are also wild foxes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, it does.
Towfolk cow farmer, that would be
Oh my god.
many layers of...
I don't think he would do that.
No. But Reinhold does think to himself, but he said he was going for missing cows. Well, maybe there's a huge farm there. Maybe I should ask around. As Reinhold doesn't joke, I swear. He accidentally gets the king stuck in some. As what's happening?
What? Just out of nowhere?
He's like, oh, chess piece, and then just inhales and like,
Why would you?
Okay, so you're going to now roll with disadvantage an intelligence check on your chess piece.
Are you a child? Why are you inhaling chess pieces?
Because I had a throat thing just a moment ago. 13. And I wanted to tie it in with my carrots. Just what my carrots would do!
Okay, I'm gonna roll against 13. Oh, nat 20.
Fucking Roka.
Roka, at some point, he...
Oh, this is going well.
Ew, like, sorry, Reinhold, there goes your queen again. And you're like,
How?
like, for a moment, out of your little bit of frustration, you kind of wave with your new Valyrian arm, and somehow it... And, like, it ticked over the chess piece that you needed to take off the screen, and somehow it and it.
Oh, my God! Mwah.
Wait, what happened to your arm?
Hey, you're not supposed to zap me.
That was odd.
That hasn't happened in...
Never.
Well, in the beginning, it needed a little work.
Well,
but
that's before you put my gem into it.
after that, never really.
Huh.
I had to oil it.
That was
twice.
That was a weird feeling.
Maybe tighten a screw.
Well, you could always get it checked out. Although I don't know if there's like somewhere like a metallist or special blacksmith here. What?
I pretty much built this thing myself, remember?
Well, with instructions.
I'll check it out maybe later.
Remember, it's from instructions from what Marco and Victoria got, yeah?
Yes, but I did fill in a few empty spots in the parchment.
True. And of course, you did put it together one step at a time, so.
But you're right, that's not supposed to happen.
That was all. Probably nothing to worry about.
You say that about a lot of very worrying things, you know that, right?
Life isn't that worrying right now. But I do think it's time to wrap up the scene.
Scene?
Ah, never mind. I think it's time to get you to bed because I won anyways.
Yes, as Reinhard plops on the bed.
Good night, Reinhard.
And now I think after he built this arm, since it feels almost indistinguishable from his normal arm, he wouldn't take it off.
No. And then before we end for today, we shift back to Brigitte, as it is definitely past midnight now. We return back to Grove Street. We return back to the main hall. Where are you? At the moment, you are in this space alone.
Yeah, I think I've just wandered from the chambers to this place because otherwise I will be sleeping on the chair while Vesper can walk in at any moment. So I will just pick probably those chairs in the back and just casually sleep on it and head on the table. Just it's not a good rest, but it's the best of what I can do. Just not fully sleeping, but like half asleep, half thinking, half just.
All right. When you sit there and wait, at some point the door barges open as most of the family returns. You know what? We're gonna put out most of who make their return. But you do notice that amongst the people who does not return, it is Cold Rock. So wait, so I'm just gonna put these people here at the entrance. Returns. Gillies returns. Kulrak comes back. And Brandit is also there. He was probably also there. They don't collectively walk in, but like not very long after each other. That necklace, that dog necklace on Gurak looks really weird. What do you do when most of the people barge in? Like, Wilt is already pretty hammered and drunk, and like, no, I'll definitely want another one. Gurak is like, no, you're not, just go to bed. But I want another one. Gurak is like, why don't you go check up on Salt? And oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Well, they are in for a treat. I think Bandit would definitely be on the side, just waiting it out, because Gorg is mad-ish. She just doesn't fully know everything going on at this moment. She would just still be half asleep, kind of like, oh, I'll just wait. But she would be looking for Cold Rock.
Someone is rolling over to you and like, yeah.
Same. Why don't you guys go to bed? Have you seen?
And he just falls asleep in front of you. And like, Sloane walks past and is like, you put him to bed. And just walks forward.
Have you?
Yeah. You missed her. She walked away. Rosette decides for a moment to notice that most of the others walk off. Is kind of annoyed by the state that the bar is in because Cold Rock hasn't returned, and out of frustration, well, fine. As he starts to clean up the mess a little bit. There is a moment in where Gurak and Rosette make eye contact, and then Gurak heads in the direction of the chambers. He would typically go the other direction to get to his room, so he's probably not going to his room. But he makes eye contact with you, doesn't say anything, and walks away.
How is Gorak looking? Kind of like in a like, oh, I just see that you're here, or is it more of a?
Give me an insight check.
Follow me.
12.
It's a bit hard to say. He looked at you, but it's difficult to get a vibe. He didn't seem like hurt or like angry, but there was, of course, a glance that he does not seem very in favor with you right now. But could also just be that he is in a bad mood for something else. At this moment, Branded is still sitting at one of the tables with his back turned to you and has the hood up. And Rosette is at the bar just cleaning up a little annoyed. That's an oddity for him. Typically, all the others take care. So, speaking with Rosette directly doesn't happen often.
I think I would get up on the fact that Goldrock is not cleaning up and he is doing it, so he must be annoyed about it. So I would, without talking to him, kind of like start helping out a little. Like mostly the tables around, just not like going near him, just kind of like helping him out. And I think at like after a couple minutes, Brigitte would walk over, drop off some stuff at the bar, and look at that and how is everything?
Shouldn't I be asking you that question? Any updates in your investigation?
I'm talking with Reinhold tomorrow. We've talked a bit during dinner.
Reinhold?
He is the foxhole that I asked for Khalees to look out on. I think
Khalees went to his chambers. So,
I think him and I have much more in common than we thought, but
alright.
I'm just gonna stake it out. Be wary and see what I can get out of him.
As long as it helps the investigation into fire and finding Mayor Hawthorne.
Yeah.
But Gorak did say that it may be a spy.
Yeah.
We don't need extra eyes on the family, Brigade.
No, and I have definitely not been giving anything to him, but
With the incident of yesterday, the hair folk, we don't need extra attention to ourselves right now. Got that?
yeah. He talked about the dams, the waterworks, and that people are getting sick, and he thinks it's because of the water. And we might go there.
Because of the water. Because of the water? What?
That's what he thinks, so I'm just...
But if... What? I'm confused. Good, like, if it's from the water, only a few people have been getting sick, right?
That's what I gathered, yeah.
But doesn't, like, everyone drink water?
Oh, I don't drink that much water. That is... Maybe... Is it like something with...
Why you ask me? You need to investigate that. Or, well, I don't care about the water. Well, if it endangers people, that's a different matter. But you need to find Mayor Hawthorne.
I mean, we don't have any, or I don't have any leads at this moment, so maybe this is like a domino effect, falling puzzle pieces into place. So, what can we do? Have you seen Cold Rock?
Nope. She wasn't at the Bright Lie. Caused a bit of a headache. Luckily enough, we had someone fill in for her.
I know that I'm not really in a position to ask because all things, but I need to ask. Is there a way that we can get in there?
Get in where?
The waterworks. Is there any... do you have any idea of how we can,
Brigitte, how did you get into the mayor's office?
I think that's the easiest way of just sneaking in, but that this Reinhold guy, he's more upper class than I. He probably thinks that I'm connected in like bad circles. So I was thinking, maybe is there a way that's more dignified? That's not the word.
Persuasion. DC is difficult.
16.
Sorry, Brig. Not now.
Not now.
It's fine, I get it.
Ask me in a few days. Perhaps then I can do something for you. But with the whole situation at the moment, you have put me in an impossible position. You need to do something. Besides finding Hawthorne.
How's Brandon? Is he looking still away from us? Or
He's looking away. But it's not as if Rosette makes a secret out of this. Because Brandon was there when what he's talking about, Brandon was there. And Rosette doesn't like, of course, he keeps some secrets to himself and to Gurak, some to Khalees because Spymaster. But in most things, Rosette believes in the family's dynamic. Everyone brings something to the table. Brigitte, you need to fix this with Goldrock.
yeah, I was planning to talk to her and Brandon right now, but I don't know where she is.
I don't know either. It's not my place to tell her story.
No, I was thinking of maybe like telling some of mine to hopefully make her a little understand where I'm coming from. But I also feel like I'm just trying for sympathy points at this point, so I don't know what to do with that.
I understand your position, Brigitte, with the sympathy, but if the circumstances at the moment were different, I would have followed after Cold Rock. She's been with us longer.
Yeah.
It's not that I do not value your inputs the last year in the family. I most certainly do.
I would have to agree on that. If I were anybody else, I would have also voted differently, perhaps.
That's the problem. It's because some voted for you. I cannot have this divide my family, Brigitte.
Yeah.
If this vote is forced upon me again, I must withdraw my vote for the sake of this family.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And I don't want that a second time to happen to my family. Wait, what did he just say?
Yeah.
You need to fix that.
On it.
But Gorak says that he believes in you. And so do I then. So don't let me down.
Yeah.
Brigitte, something is nagging in your head at the moment. There was a moment in where that hair folk made the complete piss out of Rosette. And here he speaks with authority, but still respectful, as a father figure, effectively. It's a bit, of course, of an odd dynamic, but this is how this works here. But there was a moment in where an exchange happened, and he said no. It has put you off. It's unsettling. It is up to you if you bring this up or don't.
Yeah, and this was in regard of yeah. No, I think I'll be not agitating him more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll. Should I clean the last of the things and you get a good night's sleep? I'll probably won't sleep anyway. And then I'll look over to Brandon.
No break. You go get a good night's sleep. I want to make sure that Cold Rock's bar is in a good state when she comes back. I find that important.
Yeah, I don't really have a place to sleep at the moment. But
What?
it's fine. I'll just go to the tavern.
Well, gives you. It's a gold coin, but it has a red ring on it, like a red circle on it. All right. Give that to if you go to the Drunken Phoenix.
Thank you.
Something else. Don't involve yourself with Vesper. Just don't.
Yeah, she is quite something. But no, definitely.
No. I have to entertain this for a while. We just need to find the mayor. I can't tell you more now. And if we don't find him... Well, we'll think about that when that happens.
I was wondering, he has been doing so many things at this moment. He's putting in tariffs, he's increasing jail time, increasing punishments, but is it...
Oh, you're talking about this Herskowitz.
Yeah, Louis Herskowitz. I was wondering, is it to draw you out of... Well, you're not out of your place? Is it like some kind of tactic to...
That's an interesting idea. Well, you see, the night in the cage was kind of problematic because we had to have Khalees pretend to be Fenric. And we did a bit of a stage fight with Sir Everhard. You know, he always shows off. So it was fine. That's been done deal. But Khalees has to now keep the guys up. And then we'll have to think about that. But there's others also concerned. I'm hearing things left and right. With the Hairfolk here. Below, things aren't good. I think you may be onto something.
Because I think if you keep pulling on the hairs of the people in this city, then they might start...
Yeah. Revolting.
Snitching,
revolting, going against each other.
And on this whole place. And,
Yeah. And if we get shut down, then an important side of the entertainment ring also gets fucked.
Yeah.
I think it's smart if we close the bright lie for a while, but keep the cage up. I can't just barge into this new mayor and say, you know, the Underring is a pretty important side of the city as well. You know that. They would have too much fucking pride to admit that that's just a part of the world. But they also don't know that we keep something quiet. Well, we need to get Hawthorne back and just get this whole mess fixed.
Yeah,
I don't like fucking change.
I'm on it. I'm see what I can do.
Yeah.
I
We're family, Brig. Don't forget that. Even if it doesn't always feel like that.
I'll have to feel that when half of the people voted to cast you out.
Look at it from their perspective.
Yeah, I know that why they would do it, and it's not just their disapproval of me, but it's also protection
Nope.
of the family.
That too, Brick, but why do you think that some people voted against you? Why do you think that Wilt voted against you? Tell me.
I think it would be because of the family you want to keep.
What do you know
safe.
about Wilt? What do you truly know about Wilt in the year that you've gotten to know him? I know that you know a lot about Sonia. I know that you know a lot about Gorak. You may even know more about Sloane and Beastie. Some details about Cold Rock too. But what do you know about Wilt? Besides that he makes noise at night. Not much.
Plantation. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm starting to understand. It's. I always have to. I'm always thinking 500 things besides wanting to ask all the questions. I also feel like I'm in no position to ask. So I keep not asking anything.
You know, Brick, back in Draketon, when I was still there, when I was still a fucking knight, there was a saying. Nee heb je, ja kun je krijgen. It translates to, you have no, you can get yes.
Yeah, maybe I should start talking. Start asking.
That counts for you too, Branded. If you want to get your glasses fixed, then ask. Yeah. Branded for a moment was like, and then goes back to his normal position that he was a moment ago, but he definitely got the message. Take the time to get to know them, not just judge them for their problem. Yeah, Cold Rock has got some anger issues. Wild is a fuckboy. Gorak wants to please everybody. Sloane and Beastie don't talk about what happened in the past. Khalees, well, the way he looks, he's being judged for. And Branded, well, the name is quite obvious. I don't like to talk about my family that way, but it seems that that message still must come across to you, Brigitte. And your side, those two sides, both are you. That doesn't mean that one should overtake the other.
Thank
So-
you. Thank you.
Anytime, Brigitte. No. Off to bed with you. Get out of here, Brandon. Leave you. Can you see without them? Yeah. Leave them. I'll get them fixed tomorrow. Are you sure? Yes, go. Thanks. And then Bandit leaves the glasses, and without the mask, heads into the hallway.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking towards him as he leaves, kind of like wanting to say something, don't wanting to interrupt him, so I'm just kind of like watching, and then afterwards I'm taking Beastie, grabbing him, putting him, or walking towards Sloane's platform, slowly opening it up, putting it there, and then
She's already out.
gone.
Completely out.
And afterwards I'm going to the Drunken Phoenix.
You get a room there. As you show the coin, you are immediately assigned one specific particular room that is always ready. As you get, this is, it had a red ring, so that's Rosette's sign. And as you then, for a moment, think back about also what Rosette told you, it was harsh, but not in a way that's up to you to decide.
No, I fully knew what his reason behind his ways. Yeah.
How does it make Brigitte feel?
I think she is starting to realize how much she also has taken for granted, and how much she doesn't know anything, being just a year in and still not knowing much of the people in the family, but also the intricate details of how everything is supposed to work. And I think this conversation with Rosette has finally cleared some things up for her on how she should go forward with it. So she's thinking of ways, finding a way of talking to Cold Rock, a way of explaining her and Branded about this dual-sidedness in her. And she doesn't want to, explain the full story, but she does want to start the people around her in, and hopefully start connecting with people without asking too much of them. Mm-hmm. But asking simple things is maybe enough.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta take it one step at a time. Maybe tomorrow brings a new chance. And that's where we'll end for today. As of next time, a day in the life of Reinhard and Brigitte. How are things unfolding for the two of you?
They are folding.
Oh.
But you're finally gonna team up? Ish?
Well, we're getting to that point. I mean, there is still mutual distrust, of course, even though Reinald. I think Reinald would have. But perhaps that's also food for a diary or something. Would have expected Brigitte to trust him more, which makes him think he can trust her less as well. But he also knows, he's pretty convinced that you are like, I need to get to this reset guy, and you are there, you're like a
pawn
line towards him.
and that's why I think Brigitte is so observed, because she
probably feels this.
can't just say, oh, my family is Reset, Kurak, Didi. She knows that she's just, they're all friends, and some of them, she just doesn't, she also doesn't want to be the mistake that gets this family exposed.
Oh no.
Because
And you have no idea if you can trust Reinald. He could be bullshitting.